Hmm. What's up, guys? Randy here, Nerds Templar. Welcome to the 52nd iteration. I just did it and I can't remember. 52nd iteration of the Pokemon Collection Series. Pokemon Trading Card Game Collection Series, that is. I'm Randy, your host at Nerds Templar. And today we will be, as the description says, getting into a few different things here. We will do not only, I think we'll do the Skeledirge 10 first, as we are now normally, as we've been going through auction lots, getting into the card opening first, and then doing that. So we'll do that. The auction lot for today actually is not right here. One moment. This time it's smaller. I'm going to show you quickly because these are related to yard sale info, I guess, that I'm also going to talk about a little bit of local yard sale going on here that we're selling at, not buying, but I will hopefully get to some yard sales to buy soon this summer. We'll be looking at this small binder of, it's not, I think the lot info actually said 81 cards in there. So not a whole lot to go through, but we'll do that one today. This was, I'll mention it again, but this lot was worth $40, so it was the second least. Yeah, we had that other one that was the ETB container, not this, but like an ETB size, full of just new-ish cards, and that was 32. This was 40, so it's second cheapest of the lots we got. But still, I think some good stuff in here. Well, now I think about it, so we almost paid 50 cents per card. We'll see though how that goes. There's maybe a couple. There's some energies in here, but they're stacked together, and I don't think they were counted that way as every single card. I think the stack was counted as one. So there's more. There's a few energies, but there's more than 81 cards in here. So yeah. Anyway, we will get to that last, I think. Maybe I'll do that second, and then I'll talk about yard sale stuff last. But like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into opening up this Skeledirge EX tin after I move quickly this, which we will talk about. I'll just say briefly, this was what I was using at the yard sale. You can see here, common and uncommon only. Pokemon cards, 10 cents each. I was trying to be as transparent as possible, of course, here. Also in the back, but the last two parts of both the rows, or the last part of both the rows, I should say. And the last, you can see I'm using these dividers here. The last parts here are energies. I think it's the Sun and Moon here, and the Sword and Shield energies, base set energies in the back. 30 of each of these, 40 of each of these. And that was one to help make both these rows full. And also just because why not throw some energies out there too in case someone wants them. You can see 5 cents in energy. For tomorrow, in fact, I might actually go down. The cards that are in here are all, the average market price is 8 cents or 7 cents or lower. So I'm actually going to drop this to 5 cents per card tomorrow. And I'm going to make it free energies for every, I don't know, 2 cards maybe, or something like that. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Maybe I'll do like an energy for every 5 cards. So it's a quarter, and then you get 5. For a quarter, you get 5 cards plus an energy. I don't know. Anyway, also going to be giving my nephews some Pokemon cards, actually starting their collections tomorrow after the last day of the yard sale, which is only a half a day of it. We're going to be ending at noon. Probably go a little further into the day just because I'm sure people might still be stopping. If they are still stopping, we're going to keep going. But once we finish, we're gonna, you know, do all of the things. It was a family yard sale we did. It was town wide, but our whole, like me, my sister, and my parents, we all did it together at this place because it's a really nice location here. So my sister and everyone will come together, and then the kids can get their cards, and it'll be an exciting day for that. I have the mini portfolios, the newest ones from Temporal Forces, I believe, are the newest ones currently. They don't have a Twilight Masquerade just yet. So I have those Temporal Forces mini portfolios, unopened ones, so which means a booster pack inside. And my nephew, the older one, was very excited to get his hands on one of those. So I'm gonna give one of those to each of my nephews and let them open up their packs first, see what they get, and then let them build some decks, if you will, with these cards here. But anyway, yeah, so that's what that is. They're going to be 5 cents per card. I think I'm still going to end up, it's still going to be good, but I don't know. We're not going to really end up selling that many. So all in all, they'll probably, the ones that go will probably end up being worth less than that. In fact, I sold, they weren't out the first day, which was the better of the 2 days so far of the yard sale. Tomorrow, I'm hoping will be another really good day because it's the last day and people will be expecting price drops. I wasn't going to drop prices on collectibles, but this I might, maybe. Now I'm kind of reconsidering, but I did have a group of a couple people that were together younger people come and buy exactly 15 cards. And so that was my only sale. That was today because I didn't have them out the first day, which again was the better of the days. But that was like early in the day, one of the first people that came. We didn't have a ton of people stop today, but it was still decent. We had some bigger sales, so that was nice. But those cards, I didn't even really look at the ones they got because I'm not going to look at every card everyone gets. I don't need to. That's not my business. I already put out what I put out. So, but I can probably guarantee you, based on how they were, why they were getting them, and how they were choosing, and why they were choosing the ones they were choosing. I guarantee they were not. They were probably like 1, 2, 3 cent cards, maybe 5 cents. I mean, just because the chances of them getting one of the more valuable, like 7 cent cards, maybe one of the 8 cent cards, was just not there. The chances were lower. The way they were kind of just picking. Anyway, it was kind of funny. Anyway, all that aside, let's get into this, which I got at this auction that gave me all these single cards. This was the first of the 2 auctions I participated in for the guy that was going out of business auction. And I got a lot, basically all, but not all sealed stuff, 1 lot of singles in that first one. He had 3 auctions. I missed the first. But then the third auction, the second that I participated in, the last one, that's where I got all my single cards at. I'm going to move this out of the way now, for now. And let's just check it out. Skeledirge EX. I think that there's going to be random packs, and it's probably going to be like Obsidian Flames, Paldea Evolved, and some Scarlet Violet base set. I'm pretty sure it was, what I'm trying to say is I'm pretty sure it was before Paradox Rift. I think that's what that would mean. And it's not a set specific one here, as you can kind of see. I think it would say somewhere if it was. So there's that. All right, guys, let's see what happens. There he is, the man himself, Skeledirge. Pop him in here for now. Somehow. Guess that's not going to work to do this. There you have it. We've got Obsidian Flames and Scarlet Violet. Oh, wow. Silver Tempest and Lost Origin. That's 5 packs. I should have read the thing. I thought it was 4, but it's 5. It is a bigger one, so I should have known. It's not the small version of the tins. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to go back that far. I was expecting, honestly, 2 Obsidian Flames, a Paldea Evolved, and a Scarlet Violet base. And in the case of there being 5 of them, one more of either Paldea Evolved or the SV base. But I would have been wrong, as I have been many times in the past. I was gonna whack that, but that could have been bad for the tin. It's not like it's that strong. Well, let's go. I would normally go, if it was Scarlet Violet, I would go earliest to latest. If it was Sword and Shield, I would go latest to earliest. Let's go. Huh. I don't know. Let's go. Let's do this. All right. Obsidian Flames, Lost Origins, Scarlet Violet, Obsidian Flames, Silver Tempest. And I'll let's see what would be best. I guess the newer ones would be better to give you for code cards, huh? How about I'll give you 1 Obsidian Flames, the Scarlet Violet, and that'll work. The first, the third, and the last. Sound good? All right. So Obsidian Flames, number 1. Breaking news, big reveals in Disney Lorcana. The next set, I think, was announced. That was quick. I've been just so many things going on that I haven't even been able to like update my Lorcana stuff at all. But since I have so many starter decks now that I'm selling, I also have some to give to the nieces / nephews, and in this case, I'm going to give 1 deck each to my 2 nieces. Also tomorrow, so even more fun because they'll get to open those packs up as well. They'll get to have the fun of experiencing their first Lorcana cards and basically their first trading cards. One of the boys has some Pokemon cards, but not just like a couple of the booster packs, so not much. So they'll be doing that, and they said that they are pretty interested in the Lorcana. So then not only that, but then because of this Lorcana starter decks give you 1 booster in them because they're awesome, they'll also get to open a pack themselves. So all the kids, all 4 of them that are old enough, will get to open some packs of cards. So it'll be fun. Anyway, we're opening packs of cards for now. Dratini. Oddish. Oh, wait. Here you go. I was going to mention that it's a black border, but it's Scarlet Violet, so it will be a black border all the time. Dratini, Oddish. Swablu. Never know when you're going to hit a decent common that's, worth more than 10 cents. They can't go in the 10-cent bin. Glimmet, like a Ralts or something. Letter of Encouragement. I don't think I have this, so that's something. Oh, it's also an uncommon now because, again, Scarlet Violet, only 4 commons. 4 uncommon unhollows, I should say. Chandelure. And a Patrol Cap I also don't think I have. As long as the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, cards in your deck can't be discarded by effects of your opponent's attacks, abilities, item cards, Pokemon tool cards, or supporter cards. Basically anything, I think. Anyway, yeah. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I didn't even hype up that first because I forgot that was going to be our holo, but it's just a Herdier. Nothing crazy. It is a dog, of course. That's something. A tiny dog, but it is a dog, I guess. And no, it's a common. Never mind. I thought maybe it was an uncommon. Nope. Second. Whew. Okay, man. Really? Wow. That's crazy. We're getting a little lucky here recently. I would say. Wait, 200 of 197. Does that mean it's the alternate? We got another alt full art? If I'm not mistaken, oh no, this isn't the one. This isn't the one I'm thinking, but this is probably still really good. There's that one of Palafin in like a dark kind of background setting. And I think that's worth a lot. This one is probably also worth a good pit. Man, first pack, guys. Oh. And the actual rare. Nice. Houndstone EX. So we got an EX for the rare as well as the alternate art. Man. Okay, we're gonna water energy. Sleeve these. Basically have them ready to go. Got to open the packs up, I guess. All right, I'm wait a second. Think about what I want to do, how I want to do these. I think I'm going to put them in a hard one, this one. So I'm just only going to put it in a new one of these Beckett Shield sleeves. Boom. Unaffiliated, of course. I just got a bunch of these at that auction, so that's nice. I'll be reusing a lot of them for a while, so I don't think I'll run out anytime soon unless somehow I sell a ton of cards. Put them in there, and then I have many of these I can reuse. I have new ones as well as older ones. I don't mind using an older one because it's in a other sleeve. All right. Man. And to think I wasn't going to open this and I was going to sell it. Pretty sure because I got it for, I don't have that one. I think it was $16. Well, we'll see how much Palafin's worth. So we may have, see if I would have sold it, it would have been for market value. So whoever bought it from me probably, they definitely wouldn't have made as much money from the value of the cards as I will. And so I guess that's nice. Now for this one, I am gonna, as I normally do with these kind of cards, put them in a small one. And I'll put them in a Beckett Shield as well. Not this. This. It's all right. I mean, it's something. Probably have at least one of those in our bulk now. Have probably one of almost everything, to be honest, that's not an alt art or full art, anything like that. Though we even got some of those. I think we've seen them. Oh yeah, probably if you look at the last video, last stream, which was my first midweek stream, which was Thursday instead of what would be Wednesday, because I did Tuesday for my early. I'm gonna probably for next stream it'll probably be Monday, and I'll do Wednesday again, I think, because now I'm hoping things are gonna start ramping up, especially now that the yard sale is out of the way. And I'll also, on a side note, also have I'll have all my planting into the ground done of my garden for the most part. Oof. A white code card, white border code card. And it's such a crazy difference because you get all the time now in Scarlet Violet, you get 3 holo cards. And with the Sword and Shield, you either get 1 or 2. So huge difference. Anyway, Makuhita. What is this? Yeah, Lost Origin. Bronze Ore. Actually, I have a lot of these for sale. I'm pretty sure in my two box, my 2-row box here. I think that's the ones that. No, actually, Astral Radiance is the one I have the most of. Poliwag, at least it's one that's still usable. Oh, I skipped, but oh my goodness. Oddish and that's why it's not like too crazy, but again, it's the trainers gallery full art. Chandelure, not nothing. Probably again, it's one of the better non. I mean, it's basically a full art. That's what you're about. What the value is going to be, I believe. Maybe a little lower than a traditional full art. Oh my good, what? Wait a second. What? Wait. What? What just happened? Did we not get? Is the white code card not just one hollow? Whew. Apparently not. Apparently it does not matter. Wow. Well, now I will definitely say that this 10, whoever got the 10 was probably gonna, if you were gonna sell the cards, would probably make a profit on it. Oh man. Oh yeah. Also, well, let's look through the rest. Had the lightning energy, box of disaster, Bronzong to go with that Bronzor, and a Chorus's experiment to go along with our lost vacuum secret rare, I guess. Wow. That's awesome. That is just amazing. Who would have thunk that that 10 was just sitting there? I bought it to sell. Not only was it just sitting here, it was just sitting at that dude's shop for however long. Between this and the Iron Treads 10, though, this was the one someone wanted more. Although again, it was only $16. I'm pretty sure it wasn't more than 18. I'm pretty sure it was not 20. But the Iron Treads was only 10. So that's great. That's a great deal, especially if you get something like I got in the Charizard EX10, which of course was the man himself, Charizard, the alternate full art Charizard EX. But anyway, that was then. This is now. If I'm going to keep getting good cards, I'm going to need a little more space here. I'm not sure what that was. All right, the lighting might be a bit off, but hey. Yeah, I was definitely not expecting that. Oh, yeah, and again, this one too, man. It's taking us a little longer here just because we keep getting cards worth sleeving up immediately. Two in each pack so far. Of course, doesn't really matter, but put these in the order where they will always be in after I go through. All right. Pack 4, 2, I mean, yeah. Pack 3 of 5. Coming up, Scarlet Violet base set. So another 3 hollows for sure. Like, comment, subscribe, comment, and let me know what kind of stuff. If you get anything cool from the code cards, let me know. LMK, let me know. All right. Midway point. Rock. Oh, and again. Bam. Mankey after him. Squawkabilly. Do people use the? No, I don't think, because you don't need this for the EX Squawkabilly, which is what people use. He does have Call for Family. Capsicid. Flaffy for our first uncommon. Thundershock Flaffy. A Blissey. Cool. And thirdly, Tatsugiri. I think he's a kind of cool Pokemon. Is he just like, I don't know, what is he supposed to be? Like a koi or something? Like a cartoon, very cartoony koi or sushi? I don't know. First holo. This time, we'll see if we're lucky again. That'd be insane. Oh, another Capsicid in this pack. Number 2. Still not the rare then. A Fido, definitely not a rare. And third, I mean, it could have been a rare, but definitely not that one. An Arboliva. I mean, eventually we had to get something not great. I definitely have one at least of each of the like regular holos like this, and probably reverse holo versions, and probably multiple of each. We've seen them again. If you're interested in any cards, really you don't necessarily have to look at the videos of what I have. If it's Sword and Shield or Scarlet Violet and it's common, uncommon, or rare, and you need / want, comment and let me know. Then I'll know what to put on TCG Player. Of course, obviously you can get whatever you want already on TCG Player, but if you have a very customized order, I can fulfill that for you. That ripped a little bit here on this back. This is our second Obsidian Flames. Last Scarlet Violet. 4th of 5. Ooh. All right. Eevee to start us off. Maybe that's some luck there. Of course, again, black border doesn't matter for this because it's Scarlet Violet. Toad's cool, sorry. Houndour. Nice. And a Combi. Meh. First uncommon. A Mawile. Buffalant and Grabominable. First holo Meltan. Wow, we're getting extremely unlucky now with the rest of them are just a bunch of commons. Second, Eatmore, okay. No, he's a common as well. And the rare is another Gita. We have a lot of Gitas. So many that I might have to start throwing those into the bulk, my own cards into the bulk that I have here, which I don't really have a need to do yet because I have so much bulk. Oh, and of course, a Metal Energy. I suppose it could have been holo. Though we don't get lucky with those. Got a couple, but I don't know if they're maybe the ones I got were easier ones to get, like ones that were easier to get in like Scarlet Violet 151 or whatever. I believe it was that I got 2 of my holo energies from. I think I only have 3. Not sure where the other one came from. All right, last pack, Silver Tempest. Let's end with a bang. We've been lucky recently in recent streams, but every time it seems we get lucky, it's in like the first pack or the second pack. Maybe we'll get lucky not only at the beginning, but also here at the end. with an old-ish, not really that old. You know what? This is one I don't honestly have too many Silver Tempest, even though it's one that I've had cards of for almost since like the beginning of this. One of the first packs I opened was Silver Tempest. But yeah, I haven't had too many since then. Another white border. Does that mean we get two hollows again? I don't know now. I'm very confused. Here's the code card. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Relicanth. Aluka. Rufflet. Vulpix. And a Drowsy. And then comes the energy. No, it doesn't. Never mind. The energy comes after the hollows. Reverse hollow rare Dragapult, so that's a decent one to get, I would say, if anything. It's not a common. That's nice. And then I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be just a regular unhollow. Amoonguss. I'm not sure why the other one was not. Why we got a secret rare. I guess because it's a secret. And they wanted to make it a secret, and they certainly did. But that's nice. It actually gives like at least whenever you get the white border code card, all hope isn't lost. I guess there's at least some hope of secret rare. Enough hope that someone like me, who has terrible luck, can hope, apparently. Serena, Dracloak, nice to go with the Dragapult, and a Worker. Nice. I don't know if I have Worker or I just got it. One or the other. I may have just seen it in the bulk as I was going through. But that's it. All right. I'll take another rare, whatever. Better than nothing. Better than a common or uncommon, obviously. Not to be Captain Obvious here, but all right. See if I can maneuver this stuff around to get. Here, I'm going to do this too. So we had the Scarlet Violet, or Sword and Shield here. And that was the base set Scarlet Violet. All right. I've had that on my lap this entire time, so I wanted to get it off. But there is. There we go. Add more room after all. There it is. There's the haul. There's the haul. All right. Let's check the rares out, I suppose. Gonna go to I guess let's do Scarlet Violet base first. Technically our worst one. You can even just click on rare, but no. Don't really, honestly, we don't have to check this. Let's see what our Arboliva, Arboleva was worth. There's the Capsicid. We got a holo that and Fido. I thought those green cards were yellow ones. Make sure I didn't miss any others. No, not quite. There's Dolive. Oh, there's two Capsicids. I think there's probably, yeah, there is two Fido as well. There's the other one. This is the one we got, I'm pretty sure. 5 cents for the regular one. Sorry. Oh, yeah, look, reverse holo is over 10. That's cool. Still going? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, no, never mind. I was going to say maybe it's used in one of the grass decks. Who knows? But no. It's not quite 10. It's at 8 market price. 5 for the, yeah. Of course, they're also saying it's 5 cents, but you are going to have to buy more of my cards to make it actually 5 cents. So I can see how that's really kind of like 8. You know, you can kind of like add a few cents on, I think, there. And hopefully you're saving a few cents when you're sending in bulk like that. Or a little more bulk, not like a crazy bulk, obviously. Anyway, that's it for Scarlet Violet base. I guess let's check out Silver Tempest now. There's a lot of these. There it is. Yeah, Amoonguss and the Dragbolt. More so the Dragbolt, obviously. I think that's a holo rare usually. Now there's Fungus. Yeah, you know, in these auction lots, we had a lot of energies, which was kind of unfortunate. But as I'm looking through, not only are there a lot of older cards and old cards, and some decent ones at that, but there's also quite a few V's and EX and things like that. And I don't know, I was kind of not just that, but like also just good cards that are commons and uncommons. I had to pull out. Maybe you can see. Oh, you can't, but it's probably about half the size of an ETB full of commons and uncommons, and some unholo rares that I didn't want to put in the 10-cent thing. So yeah, I don't know. It was kind of I thought pretty good. I think I'm going to definitely make the money back plus quite a bit more than what I spent on everything. Now, yeah, I am still trying to get about 50% more than what I spent. So all in all, I think I'm shooting rounded out maybe like $1,600. You guys may think that sounds insane. Maybe you can tell by what I've shown you so far that can't happen, but I think it will. Hey, what's up? Sorry if I butcher this. Kusei Apabaker. Yeah, I would say for long-term investment, what sets are worth trying? I'm still up in the air about any Scarlet and Violet because they're too new, and I'm not sure if they're producing more of every set or of every card than they were before, even when when they've been now producing, I think, a lot of cards. The Sword and Shield actually doesn't seem like it's too bad to invest in, but again, they're really not all that new, so we just have to see. I think maybe the ones that are especially out of standard rotation right now, which is the first half of Sword and Shield, those I would expect to only increase in price. Like the values shouldn't, and I'm kind of new to this too, so take what I say with a grain of salt. I would assume the values are probably going to steadily go up. You're probably not going to see them drop until they eventually, hit their max, and then they'll probably go up and down a little bit. They'll fluctuate, and then they'll hit whatever they will. But it's probably still a little too early to tell for those. Chilling Reign, obviously, maybe you don't know yet, but Evolving Skies seems to be one of the big ones, just because the Moon Umbreon is what they call it, the Umbreon with the moon. It's the alternate full art card there, worth quite a bit, supposedly. And so this is not worth anything. And so there's that. There's a couple other cards also in that set that are worth a lot. But Chilling Reign, which is right before that, also seems like it might be decent. There's some even later. Lost Origin, that I just opened one of those, where this Lost Vacuum came from. It also seems like it could have some good ones. I'm going to show this because I got it recently from the Paldean Fates. Paldean Fates is new, it's a special expansion, doesn't seem to have a lot of great stuff, but it does have this $100+ alternate art Charizard card, which I pulled, which was amazing. Especially because I'm not very lucky. Yeah, I would. That plays a part. The production, how many cards they're going to make of a certain card in a set. If they're mass producing one certain set, I think when they made the Pokemon Go set, I think they made a lot of those cards, and they didn't really take off the way they thought they would, is what I heard, and so they can tend to be pretty cheap. Just opened the Clara Premium. Oh, nice. Yeah. It's there probably is some info online you could probably find. I never really looked, but yeah, it gets addicting quick. I bought a couple just like packs from some local like Dollar General and stuff, and I was re-hooked immediately. Wow, this isn't too bad though for the Dragapult Reverse Holo, approaching, well, maybe about 30 cents. Well, let's see what people are actually selling for. Yeah, and then also when like anything earlier than Sword and Shield, I keep an eye on. Well, in fact, I take that back. Sun and Moon seems like it could be decent. That looks like maybe a quarter for this. Sun and Moon stuff seems decent. At least most of it does. But then for whatever reason, before that, X, Y, and I think even Black and White, maybe not Black and White, I might be wrong about that. X, Y doesn't seem as valuable as Sun and Moon for whatever reason. But I think it's after that, when you get further back than that, then everything starts becoming pretty valuable, I would say. Check out some prices. You can easily use TCG Player. I used to use something called pokedata.io on videos. If you look at past videos, you'll see that a lot, which I thought was kind of nice. It takes prices from all sorts of places and gives you the average for that. It seemed pretty reliable. It was always updated. And TCG Player, this place was one that they would use. But then since I started selling and buying as well from TCG Player solely, I figured I would just use this for evaluating like I am now. But that was it for Silver Tempest. Let's do the Lost Origin next, because there's only one of those. Lost Origin. There you are. Of course, I love the old Wizards of the Coast cards. Those are always super fun. And I got a bunch from the auction. They weren't exactly as cheap as the rest, but I still think I got a pretty good deal, what I ended up having to pay for them. This, maybe you can't see it on screen here. It's right to the right to the left here, this big white box is a long one. It's the same length as this, and that's full of old cards. Like, I don't know if I even have anything post Wizards of the Coast in there. It might be all Wizards of the Coast, and maybe some EX stuff, which was right after, probably in like 20. What is that? 2010 maybe they switched over. Can't remember quite when it was now. And I'm not sure if they went to Nintendo. It was Wizards of the Coast produced the cards, and then it was either straight into Pokemon Company themselves or whatever it would have been. But I think it was Nintendo before that. Well, not opening any more packs. I opened those. I had 5 in this tin here, and did 5 of those, and got extremely lucky with these 2, and a couple others. This one, that one there. The EX, this one would be like a, I don't know how much you know at this point. That would be like your best normal card, like a holo rare, maybe like an unholo rare. And then at this, if you used to collect, that would be like if you used to back in the day, you get a holo rare. That's the best you got, right? That's the best there is, and you'd be super excited. Nowadays, a holo rare is not that exciting. It's like, well, we just checked that. It's like, what, 10 cents? Not even. Because now they have the full arts. This is a sort of different type of full art. They call it like a trainer's gallery. It's a tad less valuable, I think, usually, but still pretty good. And then you got these gold ones are secret rares, which are a bit better. And then you have the alternate full arts, which are the best. And that's, I'm pretty sure, what this one is. You can usually tell by either the symbol, like the stars that have always been down there. My camera is terrible, so you can't see it, but there's of course the numbers as well from the set number. And if it's an alternate from the set or a secret rare, the number will be after the last number. So if it's like 197, it'll be like 205 of 197. That's how you know it's a secret or an alternate art card. So then those are usually the best. And I'm pretty excited to see what this Palafin was. Let's yeah, okay. There's really this Gita here. That would be it. That's another holo, but not much. I've had several of these through my brief excursion into Pokemon trading cards back into it. Heatmore is probably not good. That's another common there. They have all the reverse holos. Every card has a reverse holo version. 2 commons there. Not going to be worth anything. And so let's just look at, yeah, the Revervroom EX. Let's find out what he was, and the Lost Vacuum Secret art, which is pretty good because, yeah, I feel the same. The rest of those will definitely be going in sleeves. The holo ones, that is. I definitely agree with that. Might as well, because I mean my hands are usually quite clean, although they do tend to sweat a little more than most people's maybe, but they're usually good for the whole streams. But either way, I figured keep as much stuff off as possible. Why not? But the Lost Vacuum should be pretty good because that is not only is that still standard viable, that's used in certain decks called Lost Box decks, which are, I guess, some of them are meta right now. I say I guess, but I mean they are. They should be for the rest of the year. I've delved a little bit into the actual game itself too. Met some good guys at a local comic shop. Went to most of the tournaments they've had recently. Had a lot of fun. Not a lot of wins, but a lot of fun and a lot of free-ish packs. You basically get your monies back in packs. If not, well, in the case of this place, you always get more than your money's worth in packs that you pay to enter the tournament, which is fantastic. If you want to just straight up sell the tournament packs, which look like this, prize packs, those are all empties, spent cases. I have the code cards in those still, making sure that they get used before I put them away. I don't think we passed. Did we not pass Reververn? It's possible. Wait. It's also possible because I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, it's only going to be Lost Vacuum. The Chandelure is going to be. Let's just do this. The Chandelure, like I said, is the Trainer's Gallery of Lost Origin, so it's different than just Lost Origin. At least in this database, they have it different. So it would be down in 30s, I think. The problem is no one knows about what's that. They don't know about prices. Sets are doubled. No one to sell to, but you still want to collect. Yeah. That's always I'm hoping. I actually live in a really small town, so online is probably my best bet. Although I would like to get a little bit of a community going around here, maybe even a monthly weekend collectors hangout. I have a really nice venue here for it, so that'd be something pretty cool, I think, to try to do, get people in the area, because again, it is a small area, but I guarantee if you have the means to get people together, there's enough that you could do. I would just like to do a buying, selling, trading Pokemon cards, maybe one Saturday a month or something here. But then again, at the same time, selling everything online, or at least most things. But I'm new to that as well, so that's quite an adventure in itself. Just hoping that I could recoup, make back everything I spent. We shall see. I didn't quite factor in shipping costs as much as I probably should have, but I think I'm still going to be just fine, especially because a lot of the cost of shipping is in materials, I guess. And I've already covered a lot of that with again with the auction, getting a lot of the sleeves and the hard sleeves. I was trying to get my hands on some boxes, but I didn't win those bids. And yeah, Chandelure is the full. Oh, there he is. Not much. Yeah. Usually they end up about the same price as a V Max, maybe some of the EXs, but not bad. Yeah, take 70 cents for that. Maybe a buck. I would sell it for a buck. At least in person. And then, almost at the end, only a few pages left here. The secret lost vacuum. Oh, Oxid Disaster, but that is not the lost vacuum. Which you can use this card only if you put another card from here into the lost zone. Choose a Pokemon tool attached to any Pokemon or any stadium in play, and put it into the lost zone. So that card there's the lost zone is like where cards go and they can't be used ever again. But there's some mechanics in that when they introduce the lost zone where some Pokemon and other things are sort of activated if your lost zone has a certain amount of cards in it. So these decks, these meta type of lost box decks, are decks that are built around trying to put get cards into your own lost zone. So a card like the Lost Vacuum, the Lost Vacuum in particular puts, every time you use it, then 2 cards into the lost zone, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, the cards that people use, that definitely adds value. And so if you get, I would say, and I'm still trying to feel this out. I just got this Gengar recently. That's a cool one. If they're cards that don't seem like they're actually like going to carry value because they're nice cards for some, but they're only valuable because they're being used currently in standard play, I would probably get rid of those if you're selling faster. And so there you have it. $7, over $7 market value. Whew, 10 for the near. Oh, that's direct by TCG player price. So $7. Nice. I'll take it. $8 for the. This guy's has a star though, I guess. So $7. That's good. That's one of the better. Definitely one of the better cards I pulled on stream, on video /stream. But then, yeah, that's why I think once cards do rotate out of standard, a lot of them will, as they're rotating out, are probably going to drop in value. But then they're going to slowly start climbing. In fact, I'll give you one that might be a good. Actually, this might be a bad example. It would be this Giratina V right here. Well, maybe not. The market value, market price 450. This is one of the best cards right now that's newer. One of the most valuable new cards out. Yeah, heavily played is 300. That's why that price was so low. Yeah, you do pay for the PSA, and I'm not sure how much you do. I was trying to figure that out too because I was wondering why PSA prices seem to be so consistently more than an ungraded card was. I guess somewhere I read something like $20, but that could even be for bulk. I'm not sure. It made me think, man, that sounds like I should just be grading cards if that's how much it costs to get it done. Yeah, this guy would be Lost Origin here. So unfortunately, we weren't that lucky. That would have been, I would have probably peed myself if we got that. But still, yeah. So I think maybe not, because it's such a cool card, it might not drop off too much. But I think that's what you would see, like the regular version of a Giratina V, because that's the fancy one. But then you have the lower regular version. This is not even the regular one here. That's the other fancy. And then there's also this Giratina V Star here. Oh, that's V Star and V. Those would be different. But the regular version, I would expect that to drop off and then maybe slowly climb back up, but probably not that much because it's just a regular card. Anyway, 7 for the Lost Vacuum. One more thing to evaluate here. The Astral Radiance. There are some cards I think there are some in Astral Radiance that aren't too bad. Pretty much every set has one, maybe 2 or 3 cards that are quite good. Not as good as that Giratina. That's very good. I will check that real quick. If this is the one you're talking about, perhaps Astral Radiance. I'm gonna just change this to high to low and check it out. Oh yeah, this Machamp, I remember seeing this. So not as much, but definitely not a bad pull for almost $200. Yeah, not as much as that Charizard that I got. That's a little surprising. They have made a lot of those Charizard EX, not that type of card, but Charizard EX, that kind of Charizard. Different arts, same card, does all the same stuff, has all the same info, just a different art. They've made so many different iterations. I think that probably may have brought down the value of all of them a little bit. Sorry, someone stopped on the road outside my house for some reason. Oh, they just didn't have a turn signal on. Never mind. All right, the last one we got here. Obsidian, no, that's the one we just, yeah, Obsidian Flames, that's right. Scarlet Violet Obsidian Flames, where we got that Palafin at. I am around the western Pennsylvania area. Of course, in America. Where, yeah, should be up here, I think. Obsidian Flames. There it is. Okay, yeah, the name. Yeah, the name, it kind of seemed Middle Easternish. I'm not that good with name. What would that be? Etymology or whatever, but better than I used to be, at least a little bit. Let's look. So here's speaking of Charizard EX. I got mine, and it looks different than this. Obviously, I got it in a Paldean Fates 10. In fact, it was a Charizard EX 10 with another one of these Charizard EX cards right there. So there's one. Here's 2 more, and then there's the one that I got that was in this 10. Oh, and there's one more here, and then the regular one right here. And then there's, of course, this regular one and this Paldean Fates as well. And in fact, I got that one too in that tin. That was another really lucky stream day. I can't believe we got another good Obsidian Flames card. That's pretty cool. I would love to fill out, what do they call it? Master setting the collections, getting all the cards for all the collections, but I don't know if I could handle doing the alternate and maybe the full arts, but probably not the alternate and seeker ones. It's a little too much for me, I think. Yeah, they won't hold as much as like, yeah. And if you would see like this Skeledirge EX, it's probably not going to be bad, but maybe not any EX, but they're probably, you know what, I wouldn't even say any EX, like this is just a regular art card. It'll probably be around the same price as any other regular EX. This one, which is a full art, but one, like you said, that you would get in a tin like that, would probably be a little more than the other one. But yeah, it's not going to be anywhere near all the other Charizard. It would be definitely probably the cheapest of the full art Charizard EX cards, even if it looks cool. I think it looks awesome. In fact, you know what? It kind of does look similar to all the ones in this set. The alternate art that I got, I think, is quite different. I think that one is really cool. Take another. I'm always tempted to just sit it out because it looks so great. That was, if you cared to look at a better picture, that would be Paldean Fates, as I said. You know what? That has 2 gold stars. And this Palafin only has 1 something, and it's just the Palafin's just the full art, not the alternate full art. Yeah, I think that's what makes Pokemon cards so much more collectible than, in my opinion, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They just look so much nicer. And I would say the same for Magic, but apparently Magic cards are just blow Pokemon cards out of the water value-wise. I didn't know that till recently, until I got back into doing this and met those guys down at the comic shop. But I'm not a big fan of that. I've talked about that several times on the stream. This is also a Catholic channel, so trying to be a faithful Catholic channel. And so I tend to stay away from that kind of stuff. It's not just because it seems like it's extremely pagan oriented, but and the art is very suggestive. Actually, really, those are the 2 big reasons, in my opinion. Actually, one of the reasons I got into Pokemon as opposed to other things is because of its wholesomeness. Although it has its own problems, some of which are pretty big morally and metaphysically in some cases. It's definitely, just wholesomeness. There's nothing else that really compares. I can do this with, I can hang out and play with Pokemon cards with. I don't have kids, but my sister has a bunch, so we can do that. Check out Pokemon cards, play Pokemon games, things like that. Teach them how to play. And it's such a good game for strategy, not just for collecting and learning about value of things, but just a good strategy game. Difference of the Clara Premium Tournament box. Yeah, I can actually. Is that what it's called? Tournament box? We'll see. You're not talking about that. Are you talking about, or are you talking about, this is what I thought you meant, yeah. So I don't know if maybe yours might look different than ours. I don't know if yours looks like that or not. This is what we would have normally seen here. And they usually like the regular price would be 40 for those. Yeah, this second one here. Yeah, that would normally go for 40. TCG player, you never know what it'll be. Some of the other ones, Iono would. I thought that was maybe the newest, unless Clara just came out. I'm not sure now, but I thought Iono was pretty new, and everyone loves Iono, so I think that's actually gone down in value though. Paid 120 bucks. Oof. Sorry to hear that. Although a lot of those do, at least Iono sold out like immediately on Pokemon Center, which would be the official site. And then yeah, TCG player, it hit or miss in the sense that sometimes you could pay less, sometimes you're paying about the same, sometimes you pay more. I've been trying to keep track again since I'm kind of new too. I'm still sort of trying to learn the trends of everything. Yeah, that's what I figured would be a bunch of the, especially the shipping. I don't know enough about the taxes to comment on that, I suppose. Yeah, but I mean, should be still, even though this wasn't the alternate Palafin, this might have been the set where that really cool Palafin card is. Yeah, there's ours. Oh my goodness. Or my eyes are getting dry. Been up for a while. This was my long night last night. So, oh, okay, that's better. Still not very good though. I'm a little sad about that. Yeah, the Lost Vacuum much better. I guess we'd get $2 for it probably. Not very good. That's a very cool card. But now I'm kind of thinking this is where that card is. Oh yeah, we probably would have seen it. It's not here. I'm wondering if it is a promo now. Or maybe it's an EX. Nope. We looked at everything, right? Yeah, we're done with values now. There it is. It is, yeah, not sure now. Illustration rare. Oh, Paldean Fates. Okay, so it's the same as where I got my Charizard alternate from. And it's actually not worth anything either. Never mind. Whatever. Well, in that case, I'll just get a bunch myself. I wonder why it's not worth anything. Oh, is this the one that comes in Paldean Fates Elite Trainer box? Maybe. That's possible. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. All right. That's that. Like the regular Clara, the collection or whatever probably has cards from multiple sets in it. I would imagine you can tell by the little icons on the bottom left. One sec here. If you look at, get out of here. There we go. I usually use this Bulbapedia here, and it has everything right in order. That's how I learned when I got back into it. And they have nice big pictures of all the icons that will show up at the bottom left of the card. So you know what set it came from. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Clara will have, as most decks do, all decks do, cards from all of them. Clara, I actually have no idea when they came out with that, so it could be relatively early. I mean, it could be like early Sword and Shield or something, maybe. There you go. All right, and I'm going to switch back over here. And so that was that. Get this out of the way somewhere. Running out of room with all these boxes here. All right, not much left. I'm going to go over here. But first, before I guess I pretty much talked about all the stuff I was with the yard sale. Made only a couple sales. I actually made one person bought a mini portfolio, which was nice, but that was it. My nephew was like standing in front of the mini portfolio thing all day, but that was good. Well, at least like half the day until he started being annoying. Um, but hey, whatever. He did some stuff today to earn his Pokemon cards tomorrow, so it's all good. But someone bought one of those, and other than that, 15 cards, single cards bought from the thing this morning. Hopefully some more tomorrow. I'm hoping to have a holo binder out actually tomorrow with some cards that are probably going to be $1 each. And yeah, we'll see about that. I also wanted to get as many baseball and football cards out as I could before then, but yeah, I'm kind of running out of time. All right, yeah, here we go. Oh, no problem. So I think we can maybe get most of this. Hold on. I think I can raise this a second. Or it's already up the whole way. Forget what I can do here. Put the camera, make the camera a little higher. Nothing, whatever. Yeah, a bunch of Charizards on the first page. Not worth a bunch because they're actually unhollows, but there are still 7 of them, and you never know who will come and buy one for 50 cents. They're probably like, I would say, I mean, they're probably like 10, 20 at best cents. They're pretty new. They're from older Sword and Shield. That's Vivid Voltage. Pikachu. I don't think that Iron Moth is worth anything. It's a little newer, but Reverse Holo. Don't think it's used. Some of these are some Japanese cards here. I have a bunch of other Japanese ones. Let me, here we go. Try to make enough room for this to go down. Yeah, with everything going on, everything is just kind of becoming a mess right now. That's basically all the cards. Yeah, there's a, wait. Oh yeah, this Lechonk. Not sure why he's reverse holo, but he has this little Scarlet Violet stamp there. Oh yeah, he's says on the back he came with his little promo card thing here. From, well, EN promo card Lechonk. That's all it says actually. But I guess that's why he has a little stamp. Because usually when they have that stamp, it's from a pre-release kit. Usually they are just regular holo cards. I think they're all regular holo cards from those. He's a reverse holo. Kind of threw me off, but that's why. EX card. I have 2 of these Larvitars, and then a Japanese version of that Larvitar too. And these are, again, like full arts, so I was super happy to see a bunch of full arts in here. There is a price difference, usually a bit probably, between the English and the Japanese, especially if you're selling, I guess, in like primarily to a North American audience, Japanese cards to them. But it can sometimes be pretty good to do that if for North America, or I guess American to sell to American within the country, because then you're if someone's looking in America for Japanese cards and they don't want to pay like you said, the extra shipping and everything, crazy shipping for stuff to come from Japan, and they find somebody that's a good seller in the U.S., then I think from what I saw, the prices were pretty good. So I don't know. The only problem, of course, actually, I think I can sell them on TCG Player. I'm not sure how much harder it would be to go through the process, though. But I do see them all the time being sold. Usually they're at the top of the list, but about the same price. Let's just click one here randomly and see if we see them. Nope, none here. But they usually say, you'll see like right down here, it'll say Japanese. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, the EX does have a black border, and then normally the full arts don't. I don't know what's up with these Larvitars. Oh yeah, I guess the Palafin too has that silver border there. which is new to the Scarlet Violet. It has silver borders instead of the yellow, traditional yellow ones. But then I think there are some. Maybe they are the just the illustration or the secret or alternate rare or full arts alternate ones that don't really have much of a border. I'm trying to think. I don't have too many of those, so not much experience with those. Organical, another full art. Another one of those Lechonks. There are some cool cards in here I found. More EX, a bunch of basically all hollows, which is nice. That Great Tusk EX, that might have been from a tin or something, but again, another full art. Thought I saw. Oh yeah, the Mareep there is. Oh, I guess it's that's Crown Zenith. That was, I guess, the last yellow border cards they made. I guess that's not necessarily a good Mareep. Mareep and Flaffy, I think, used to be used more. I'm not sure if they still are. I can't remember what Flaffy that was. I'm pretty sure that Flaffy was in a set that rotated out of standard, so whatever was used in, it was probably replaced by something. Penny, full art. Medichim, Brandon, Poppy. I mean, can't beat that. A bunch of them. Gudra. Some of these are those trainer gallery ones, of course. Not Poppy. I don't think they did the trainers gallery in Scarlet Violet, the newest sets, like the newest series, I should say. Which normally follow the games. You know, you got Sun and Moon, Scarlet Violet, XY, Black and White, all those. Speaking of Flaffy, got the Mareep and Flaffy from Crown Zenith. Oh no, never mind. That's the Silver Tempest. And that is the Flaffy with Dynamotor, so never mind, that Flaffy can still be used. That card might be worth a decent bit. Belly Bolt, I think I pulled this one recently myself, that Belly Bolt there. Miltank. That one's Crown Zenith. Oh, and here's some really awesome ones at the bottom here. These are so you can see they have Temporal Forces stamped on them. These three there's the Miraidon, Koraidon, the two new legendaries, and then also Feraligatr here. There's 4 different pre-release cards per set, usually, I guess. And there's the Metang, the 4th. I actually have 2 of these myself. I opened 2 of the boxes, build and battle boxes. Got both of them more Metangs in them. So I have 2, but these ones, this one and these 3, are all the staff promos. So they have the staff written right there. Staff. So I'm assuming it was what's his name? The guy who was closing down his shop. He was more of a sports card guy, but because he technically was a tournament holder, a Pokemon tournament holder, he must have gotten the stuff like the staff boxes and things every time, and he wouldn't have cared. So there they are sitting. Either that or just someone else randomly sold them. But they're so new that I have to assume it's him, because that's literally until the set that just came out a couple weeks ago, which was Twilight Masquerade. Before that, that Temporal Forces was the newest one. In fact, that was whenever I started collecting. That was the first one that came out after I started again. Yeah, I really like the. You mean something like this to hold them? Yeah, I always liked the bind ever since I was younger too. Me and my sister, we had our binders full of with sleeves full of Pokemon cards. I got a bunch of them now, and yeah, hoping to put something like this, the whole thing out for people to flip through tomorrow for the yard sale. Not quite yard sale ish, but doesn't matter. Every if you're looking for collection stuff, and if you're looking for Pokemon cards, you're gonna stop whether it's a yard sale or not. So nice Japanese hollow energy there. I think the Radiant Gardevoir is pretty cool, but it's not worth all that much. Newer card there. That Azumarill is not very new. It's a reverse hollow as well. Just a common though. Another Bellabolt. Vespiquen EX. I think I have several of these. Actually, in fact, there's another one down there. Ortega. Pachirisu, maybe that's worth something. Who knows? I don't know. They're maybe still trying to make Pachirisu some kind of epic Pokemon. He was good for something back in the day, I guess. At one point, like way back in the day, I watched some streams of like the official pro tournaments and things, and hear them talking about things way over my head. I caught something like that. I think a Pachirisu is used to win a Worlds or something like a big tournament or something. At one point, I watched the last Worlds, which was in Japan, actually. Pretty cool. It was all right. I was a little disappointed with the, but not at all surprised with the politics involved and how woke it was. I mean, when it comes to games, you're talking about basically the wokest of the woke, especially video games, which Pokemon's counts as everything pretty much. So, these are mostly old-ish cards there on this side and over here. This is where we get into older stuff on this page, actually. XY, some of those are XY and then older than that. Yeah. And then, yeah, a couple more. That Revive is a base set Revive down there. Maintenance as well. These Misty's Determinations of this one and the other one are not Team Rocket or not Gym, whatever they would have been, Leader or Heroes, whichever one that would have originally been. Those are just XY Evolution, much newer, kind of remakes, but not just like an homage to the old cards kind of thing. That was probably like what, 2017 perhaps, maybe a little earlier than that. Here's one. I'll check out the copyright on this. Professor Oak's Hint. I don't actually remember that card. Might have been a little after I was collecting that they made that. 2016 was XY Evolution. Bunch of energies stacked up together. Like I said, this said there was only 81 cards. Even just counting the regular cards, I feel like there might have been more than 81. But they definitely didn't count all of the energies that are stacked in each thing here, as I think they counted this as one card, even though there's obviously so there's a bunch of energies, but there's more than 81 cards in here. Probably about 100, at least 100, I would say. And again, most of them are hollow, and the ones that aren't hollows and full arts and nice things like that are these old ones here. And then you have finally in the back here randomly, I had one other one I found. He's actually just sitting right here, Garbodor, which is hilarious. It's almost like an inside joke at this point for me. These Worlds decks cards, but they're not. I doubt that I have a whole deck of cards in here from one of the Worlds decks, but I have some of the cards from different ones. I have this Ian Witten. I have a bunch of Ian Witten ones from like 2018 or 19. And then I have some from 2013, I think. Or maybe those are the Ian Witten ones. And then this guy. Oh, this is Garbodor's 2018. But yeah, I get a lot of my hollow rares and things end up being Garbodors, and it's just, it makes me laugh because, of course, what I get for my rares is literally trash. So, yeah, anyway, that's all that in that lot. But who knows? That Garbodor was used in a Worlds deck. So, the Worlds Championship deck. So perhaps Garbodor is not as trash as I think he is. Maybe that's why they keep making cards of Garbodor and making them with hollow versions. I don't know. A very strange Pokemon in my opinion. Anyway, that's it. I suppose I'll go to sleep now. Try to rest a little bit for this next day of yard sailing, which is only half a day, but I think we're going to try to go a little longer if we can, if people are still bopping about. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you hanging out for sure. Check out some of my other videos if you don't have anything to do. Yeah, you definitely go get some sleep. 3 a.m. Nice. That's when I've been up since 3 a.m. I've been up, I guess, since 1:30 a.m. this morning. For a guy I mentioned, I'm Catholic. We do our perpetual adoration, overnight adoration of the Blessed Sacrament overnight, Thursday to Friday. And so I'm in the middle of the night for 1 hour. And because I'm a young and spry still, I gotta do, be able to do those kind of things for other people. So but that's fun. I usually don't struggle too much with it. But with the yard sale stuff going on, it's been a little hectic. Anyway, yeah, definitely. Thanks for hanging out. Anybody else who watches the videos, thanks for chilling. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell. I do this every Friday evening, and I've been kind of back and forth between Monday and Tuesday mornings. I think I'm going to go with Monday mornings, 7 a.m. Eastern. I've been shooting for 6 p.m. Eastern on Fridays, today's. And then I think I'm also going to do Wednesday, probably also in the morning. We'll see. Probably 7 a.m. Eastern again, same as Monday. But until then, yeah, that's it. Have a good one. God bless. This is Nerds Templar. I'm Randy. Peace out.